Hey yo, top of the morning, man. It's that dude Pro Live, and we back with episode 50, Fatherhood, Hip Hop, and Sports. First and foremost, man, I just want to give thanks to the Creator for giving me life, for giving me health, for giving me strength. Um, 50 episodes. I will be doing a part two to this episode. I got a special guest that I want to include in episode 50, but unfortunately, I can't have him live with me right now because we're on two separate schedules right now. But there will be a part two to episode 50. I think we'll be uploading, coming with part two, maybe Monday a.m. Sometime in between 9 and 12 Pacific time. But also, I just want to send a special shout out, man, to all the fathers out here across the universe, across the world. Uh, all the fathers that played a father figure in my life. Some special names that pop out. My uncle Willie C, aka my uncle Noon, God fearing man. Stayed on his grind, stayed on his hustle. Always stress hustle to me. So very, very thankful for my Uncle Noon. Thank you for always stepping in and showing your nephew some love. It's been 6 long years this come December since you ain't been here with me no more. But there's never a day that will go by that I won't be thinking of you. I won't be happy and proud to call you my uncle. And I'm just thankful for all of the little things you taught me, whether it was fishing, whether it was cutting grass, whether it was baiting my hook to catch me some fish. Um, I just miss everything about you, Uncle. And you was the perfect example of a father. You took care of many households. And I was a very blessed and lucky young man growing up in the early 90s, in the 2000s in a small town called Blakely, Georgia. But I love you, Uncle Moon. Mr. Graham Harvey. Gotta give a special shout out to Mr. Graham Harvey, man. We won championships together. Um, he he believed in uh, my skills and my game, and he helped me hone my skills. I remember my grandmother paid for me to play organized football one time, and after that, she never had to pay again, whether it was for football or baseball. My work spoke for itself, and Mr. Graham Harvey made sure my grandmother never had to pay for me to play organized sports again. Um, Thank you for believing in me, Mr. Graham. Those were a lot of fun memories and fun times we shared together. And he was more than a coach to me. He was a father figure to me. I thank you very, very much for pouring so much love and care to me. Mr. Ricky Langley, um, he was Coach Graham's sidekick during those times that I was just speaking on. Um, Offensive guru. Um, he knew he knew what plays to dial up to get the ball in certain guys' hands. Those 2 3 years we were together, we had a lot of success. We played football at a very high level, and you was like a dad to me as well. You took care of me, you fed me, you poured love into me, and I'm just so um, elated and excited to know that 20 plus years later, um, I can still give y'all flowers while y'all can smell them. Because the love and the care that you guys put into me as a young grasshopper in Southwest Blakely, Georgia, man. I still carry all those nuggets with me today. So, big special shout out, man, to Mr. Graham Harvey and to Mr. Ricky Langley. Um, Mr. Greg Webb, and Mr. Joe Wilson. I won a championship with these guys. Summer 2000. We took a 7-8 man rotation up to Atlanta and ran every kid that was up on 14 and under on those all-star teams. We ran the board. Those 4 games we played, we went up there and averaged down there about 80 points a game. I want to say in the championship game, we down there bust the clock. I think we down there put up 100. If we didn't, I think we did put up 100. We beat the team by down there 40. They had no match for me and Bernard George and John Yarbrough. It seemed like everything was fast break. We ran those guys out the gym. I think I might have had like a triple double in that championship game. I think Bernard led us all in scoring with like 22. But all 8 guys probably scored at least 10 points on that team, on our team in that game. I remember it just like yesterday. Greg coached us with a lot of passion, a lot of intensity that weekend. And we were like some of the first group of boys in Early County that went and won a state championship. I mean, even though this was rec ball, a lot of these kids still had aspirations and hopes of playing on a high level once they got to high school, but playing for your local rec and getting the opportunity to compete against players throughout the entire state. That was big. That was a confidence booster going into high school, because I was just leaving 8th grade going into high school when this took place. And I think that's when my high school basketball coach knew that Bernard George and I would be a very great backcourt to pair together and watch us grow together. And me and Bernard had a lot of success. We helped change the landscape of Early County basketball, and his dominant sport was football. But Bernard was clearly one of the most purest, gifted athletes I ever had a chance to perform with, play with. Dude was a natural talent. Didn't really get to playing organized sports until he was in like middle school, down in high school, because throughout elementary years, his grades were jacked up. And one thing about his mom, my cousin Lisa, Wembley, rest in peace, cousin, she was very adamant about being an overall person. She was very tough on her boys about their schoolwork, and she didn't really care about how gifted he was as an athlete. She was more concerned about you doing your schoolwork. And that's what caused Bernard to not be able to showcase and display his talents at a younger age, because he had a mom that was very big on schoolwork. So he didn't get his schoolwork. He couldn't play sports. So, but I was very thankful that Bernard was able to, eventually get on the field, get on the court with us. And everybody else know the rest. The guy, probably hands down one of the top 10 athletes that ever walked through Early County High School, and that says volume, especially with a guy that had a late start. I mean, as far as organized sports wise, I mean, he always played in the streets, street ball, and things like that. But when it came down to him being a part of a team and certain things, I got the gentlemen, they want to come up and get the coffee. You gonna call me back when they send them up, or they can come now? Yes, sir. You want to send one of the other guys that don't got the apron on? Send him up there, Mr. Gibson. Mr. Gibson, the staff on duty office. He happy for you. You know where the staff on duty, where they get medication from. Okay. Yes, sir. He know you coming. Yes, Bernard was a very true specimen. I was very blessed and lucky to play alongside such a gifted guy. And big shout out to Coach Greg Webb and Joe Wilson, man. You guys were very intricate pieces in my life growing up, as far as coaches and father figures. So when I think of fatherhood, uh, I got many names that I can shout out, man, and say thank you to for playing such a big part of my life, man. Sure. And I'm just excited and happy that the Most High has given me an opportunity 20 something years later to tell these guys thank you and I love you guys. And little old Sydney would be nothing without you guys. And I'm very thankful for the time that you guys took out of y'all busy lives to pour it to me. Hip hop. I want to start this segment off, man, by sending my condolences to the family of Mr. Frankie Beverly. Um, for 50 years, man, Mr. Beverly, he blessed us with beautiful melodies. He blessed us with songs that will live for a lifetime. He blessed us with vibrations that will be infinite. Um, and when you can last in something for 50 years, that speaks volume itself. I want to send a big special shout out, man, to the boot, to the NO. Um, they did a very special tribute for Mr. Beverly down in the NO here this past week, and I must admit, man, there's no place like New Orleans. There's no place like New Orleans, man. I love Atlanta. I'm from Georgia. I grew up there 17 years of my life, but man, New Orleans is just different, man. Those people down there are very, you know, culturally inclined. The food is tremendous. Um, the people are very deep. The people are very um, frontline. They don't play by their fellow New Orleans, and I thought that was very dope. That was very, special to see all those people out there dancing and just marching and sending Mr. Beverly off, like the king he was. Um, he recorded an entire album in New Orleans back in 1981. The album was titled "Live from New Orleans." And we're talking maybe after about a decade that he had already been in the game, in the industry, and to do a whole album in a place like New Orleans shows that New Orleans held a special place in his heart. And he had did his last show there just this past year, back in May, May the 25th to be exact, if I'm not mistaken. And, the event turned out to be a great event. Um, him touring here this past year was his farewell tour. He was hanging up um, his shoes. He was stepping away from the industry. But the Most High had better plans for Mr. Beverly, and he called him on home. But I just wanted to send a special shout out, man, to Mr. Frankie Beverly. Um, Thank you so much for bringing so many special memories to not just my childhood, but to millions of people's childhood. Because 50 years, doing what you love, it speaks volume. So, big special shout out, man, to Mr. Frankie Beverly. May your soul live forever. I hope and pray your family can find some peace and some solace, during this dark and difficult time. But just know that your loved one was loved and inspired by many. He inspired many people. So you guys have so much to be thankful for to be connected to a person like Mr. Frankie Beverly. The BET Awards, 2024 BET Awards have been relocated to Vegas. BET Awards will take place here next month, October the 15th, 8 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time, which would be 5 o'clock here on the West Coast. That's when the festivities kick off with the 2024 BET Awards. The host of this year's BET Awards is Fat Joe. We all know Fat Joe is one of the founders of the group called Terror Squad. We all know, a lot of us know Fat Joe as Joey Crack. He came up in the late '90s, mid '90s with Big Pun, which used to be, the head of their whole Terror Squad entity. But Big Pun lost his life mid 2000s, and Fat Joe been carrying the torch ever since. He is a force coming out of Queens. If I'm not mistaken, is it Queens or the Bronx where he reps and stands up for. But Fat Joe's been around a long time in the industry. I think it's very cool that we're giving people their flowers while they're still here, giving them those opportunities to bless us with charisma, bless us with confidence, and blessing us with dopeness. So I'm quite sure the BET Awards is in good hands. Fat Joe is has a very dope personality. So I can't wait to catch the BET Awards live in effect. Some of the females that got nominated for some of the top hits this year, of course, we got your Glorillaz, Megan Thee Stallions, your Doja Cats, your Nicki Minaj's. But I think the one chick that stood out the most this year when she caught a buzz and she caught a blaze, the whole world got behind her as far as when we talk about the black community. Sexy Red. I know baby's probably annoying to a lot of people, but she has a lot of personality, man. She's very funny. She's very confident. Her music is very catchy. Um, I won't go out on a limb and say, well, she's the dopest female artist I've ever heard, because she's by far she's not. But her confidence is dope. Her energy is dope. Her energy is contagious, and she has built a very extensive fan base by working hard. Being a workaholic. So big special shout out to Miss Sexy Red. You deserve all of the success and all of the recognition you're getting at this point in your career. And I just hope and pray you keep God first in everything you're doing, and just stay on the gas, young lady. Young queen, stay on the gas, because the sky's the limit for you. But when we think about hip hop, though, and everything we witnessed this year, whether it's the Super Bowl stuff, whether it's the beef between the two mega stars in the industry that we know about. Go ahead, Mr. G. I don't, sir. Matter of fact, wasn't nobody even on it. Did nobody sign out or go nowhere yesterday? No, sir. I mean, because he didn't leave on our shift. Yes, sir. So it ain't nothing down here stating he left or anything, and then nobody left on our shift yesterday. No, sir. Yes, sir. And when we talk about the beef that the two mega stars just currently had here the past couple months ago, um, Kendrick Lamar is hip hop right now, and I don't care how nobody want to put it, whether you're from the East Coast, West Coast, you from up north, you from down south. Kendrick Lamar is hip hop right now. Um, Everything he gets on, he does it some justice. Everything he breathes on, um, his wordplay, his storytelling is just on a whole nother level. He's having fun with rap right now, man, and he's dope. You gotta get credit where credit is due, man. Kendrick Lamar is a force to be reckoned with right now. And when you think about the decisions that the NFL and all of the hunchos had to make when we're talking about who's going to perform on the biggest stage of the biggest game in sports, that's a tough decision to make, especially when Lil Wayne is a New Orleans native. He's put in ample amount of work to have gotten that call, to have gotten that job. But when you think about the analytics, you think about what the world wants, what the people want. And I mean, don't get it twisted. I truly feel like the people want Lil Wayne because they've already been vocal enough about it. But when you go back to the analytics and you go back to the raw facts of what's going to generate the most money, though, that's where the eyebrows get raised at. And when we talk about hip hop and the music industry and who has it in a chokehold right now, it's Mr. Kendrick Lamar, man. I mean, it's no way around that. And I'm from the South, but I've been living in California for 17 years. And for the last 12, 13 years, man, when you think about his growth, when you think about the dope verses and features he featured on, um, Kendrick is a force, man. And ain't nobody in the game could out rap him, period. Ain't nobody out rap Kendrick Lamar, period. Nobody. Nobody. Can't nobody out rap this kid. And when I say kid, it's because I got him by a year or two. So I'm still like the OG to him. But he's the OG with the rap shit though. And I'm talking about it ain't even close, man. And to really understand that you gotta go back and just go back and listen to his body of work. I'm talking about go back to Section 80. And then you go back and you put on To Pimp a Butterfly and you play that from top to bottom without skipping a track. And you really dive into this guy's mind and that'll tell you right there, his body of work, the grind that he's put into the game. Um, Kendrick is hip hop right now. So if you can't respect that, then you need to go check yourself. But I do feel like the NFL need to make that right. Give Lil Wayne his flowers because that man has put in too much work to be, you know, discredited with this whole Super Bowl talk and shit. So Hove, Mr. Goodell, can y'all please make that right, man? Because this will be headlines and talking about stuff from now up until the big game, which is in February 2025. So we got at least 3 months and some change to get this shit right. But big shout out to Mr. Kendrick Lamar, man. He is hip hop right now. I'm a big fan of his, and top of Morning Lee. And I love everything about K Dot, man. Sports. Got a very extensive slate of things today. Mr. Sylvester on site. Yes, sir. All right. We got a very extensive slate of games in college football today. We got USC at Michigan, man. They got USC -4 or around 44.5. Sounds like a trap game. Um, I don't know if they're trying to make a lot of people take Michigan at +4 at home, but USC on the road as favorites, man, it speaks volumes. I'm not understanding why this over under is so low. These are world class athletes out here performing at a high level, and if I had to take a play in that game, I would take a chance with the over. I know that's playing with fire. Because anytime you got two schools facing off, especially in the early slot, you're 9 o'clock games when we're talking about West Coast time, and then we're talking about noon out there on the East Coast. 44 and a half it's not a lot of points. And bless you. Uh, the under could be the play though, because it's gonna be a lot of smash mouth, hard hitting football. Nobody gonna want to lose this game. SC for sure don't want to lose this game because they've been considered soft the last 15 years. Since Pete Carroll left, they've been considered a soft school. Haven't won much. They are always in the top 10 in recruiting. They're very prestigious school. But this is a battle tested game for them today. And they're favored for a reason. We got UCLA and LSU. They got LSU minus 21, over under 56 and a half. Arkansas and Auburn. That's going to be a damn good SEC slugger match. They got Auburn at home minus 2.5, over under 56 and a half. I got to go over in that game. Don't know why Auburn is favored so low. Vegas is basically telling us the Razorbacks can go in there and take care of business. I don't know how true that is, but at the end of the day, big special shout out, man, to the Razorbacks, Auburn Tigers, SEC football. It's going to be very exciting to see how that game shape out today. Also, guys, this podcast and everything I got going on with Fatherhood Hip Hop and Sports, it would be nothing without the subscribers. It would be nothing without the internet as a whole. So I just want to send a big special shout out, man, to all the subscribers, all of the people that's coming in, that's going out, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Subscribe, share, like this content, man, because this is positive, wholehearted stuff that we're coming with y'all with weekly, and we're not going to stop this time. We're on a mission this time, and we got things to accomplish from this time. We got kids that's depending on us to stay creative as possible. So it starts with you guys, though. Just like this sign says right here behind me, be kind. Kindness starts here. And one thing about over here at Fatherhood Hip Hop and Sports, we're gonna preach kindness. We're going to preach consistency. We're going to preach love. We're going to preach prayer. We're going to preach God. And we're going to preach taking care of those babies. So with that being said, y'all hit the like button, man. Y'all subscribe. Y'all share. Y'all tell a friend, man, that little prolific over here at Fatherhood Hip Hop and Sports. We're only just trying to push a positive narrative out here. We're not in competition with nobody. I'm in a good space mentally in my life right now, and I'm just trying to keep it that way. So yeah, man, y'all tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We got Tennessee at Oklahoma, man. That's gonna be a damn good football game. Tennessee has been playing tremendous football. They just put up a 70 ball on somebody last week and shut them out. So they going over there to Norman as a touchdown favorite. Over at 57 and a half. I think that might be the safest play. It's a lot of talent that's going to be on the field. So you got to go over in that game. I like Tennessee on the road. Go in there and take care of that. I think Oklahoma ain't going to have the chemistry that Tennessee has, being that they lost Dylan Gabriel last year, who has taken his talents to Oregon. Big shout out to the Oregon Ducks, by the way. Dylan played a very masterful tactical game last week. Dude had maybe 3-4 incompletions. the entire game. It was a rivalry game on the road, hostile environment, and they went in there and put hands, foot, knees, and elbows on those Oregon State Eagles, man. So big special shout out Dylan Gabriel, man, old Southpaw lefty, started his career out down there at UCF. Who, by the way, no, not UCF. Yeah, he started his career at UCF. I was about to say UCF got Miami today, but that's US versus South Florida that has Miami today. Miami going in there as 17-point favorites. Um, I think they're gonna go in there and take care of that. Cam Ward, who was a Heisman favorite last year, and transferred over from Washington State. Um, he's playing good football. Playing good football. Got the U back looking solid. Mario Cristobal got that defense fired to the football. So what a time! What a time to be a Hurricane fan, man. Big shout out to the U. They're playing some good football down there. Big special shout out, man, to the Manning family. You guys have been waiting a long time here now to get to see the next in line to the Manning family to get his first opportunity to start his first collegiate football game. You never want to see uh, kids get injured and go down by injury, and then that's how the next guy gets his opportunity, gets his break. But I think a lot of college football experts and scouts on the pro level, they've been waiting on this chance. They've been waiting on this opportunity to get to see Archie start a football game from top to bottom because this is a kid that comes from a whole, like, his last name alone just says he's supposed to be a quarterback. He's supposed to go to the NFL and he's supposed to be successful. Point blank simple. So he gets his first start today. Um, they got Texas favored out there in like 40. I forgot who they playing, but they're just supposed to smash them. But I think that's going to be one of the headlines of college football this morning. Um, Archie Manning, man, gets his first start. Can't wait to see how he fares out in his first collegiate start. Um, Utah, Oklahoma State. I think that might be the game of the day. Um, both teams are in the top 15. Both teams have superb talent on both sides of the football. Oklahoma State, on the other hand, is more of a run the ball type of team. They got one of the top backs in the country, Mr. Gordon the third. Big shout out to Mr. Ollie Gordon, by the way, the third. Um, Bruiser back, tremendous speed, great vision. Um, but they got the Utah Utes as 1 point favorites. Started out Oklahoma State as favorites. They flipped it, and over under 53 and a half. Utah, you got two great teams, and over unders in the early low 50s. It's an under game. At least that's what Vegas is begging us to take. But with all that talent that's going to be on the field, it can start off an under game. Next thing you know, they might put up there 28 apiece, 14 apiece in one quarter. So, it can go from 13-3 game, and next thing you know, that motherfucker 28-28. Just like that. 24-24, just like that. That is all you'll need is one more score for the over. But that's gonna be a tough game to call, but gotta go Oklahoma State, man, because I think they're gonna really run the football and force Utah to really throw the ball. Utah struggled a little bit last week. They had one of the best quarterbacks in the country, and Mr. Cam Rising. They gonna get a big test today. Um, fucking around with those Oklahoma State Cowboys, man. You got the undefeated Cal Golden Bears, man, going down to Tallahassee, man. Florida State is 0-3. We all know they've been like the laughing stock of college football here um, first few weeks, and I just hope and pray Florida State can get it right. I actually like them today. I don't see Florida State going 0-4. I think Mike Norville is a coach of pride, a man of integrity, and he's gonna have those guys fired up to play today. Um, got K State, got K State and BYU. They got K State favorite by a touchdown. BYU is also undefeated, playing good football. But K State actually has a damn good football team, very good football team. They lost their signal caller, Will Howard, um, that transferred over to Ohio State, but they haven't um, fallen off. They stayed of course. They played good football, clean football through these first few weeks. So pretty excited to see how things shape out for them tonight as they travel to Brigham Young University and take on the Cougars, and which should be a damn good football game tonight. And then my game of tonight, the game of the day for me is Baylor at Colorado. Man, Coach Prime is going for two straight victories. Um, they got the Buffaloes favored by 2.5 at home, over under 51.5. I like Colorado. Can't bet against Coach Prime at this point, especially coming off of the win that they won in a hostile environment last week in Colorado State, and to hold them to 9 points. What's up, buddy?
Now I just our clock stopped working.
Okay, yeah, 7 o'clock. I'm coming in there right now. Baylor at Colorado, man, is going to be a very interesting game tonight. And but I got Coach Brian. I got Coach Brian taking care of that, going in there, handling that all day. Um, NFL, man, A Rod back to looking like A Rod. Um, the Jets need to keep playing defense because if you can keep playing defense, the FC East can be yours. Um, they got the Giants favored by underdogs at 6.5 at Cleveland this tomorrow. They got Green Bay going into Tennessee. I think Malik Willis will be starting against the team that drafted him just a year or two ago. Got Green Bay +3. Um, I don't know. That's going to be a tough game. Will Levi still looking for his first win this year. Malik got his first win as a starter with Green Bay last year, being that he's filling in for Mr. Jordan Love right now. Got Bears at Indy, -1 Indy. I like Anthony Richardson to get his first W tomorrow. Houston at Minnesota. Um, Not big against CJ Stroud no time soon, so love Houston tomorrow. Philly at down in the boot. The way y'all put up that shit show last Monday, um, there's no way I've been with you guys. And the way New Orleans been on their rampage, can't bet against the Saints. Got to be all on the Saints. Got the Chargers. The Chargers, man. Chargers going into Pittsburgh. I love the Chargers at that +3. Um, I think Justin Fields will struggle with that defensive front tomorrow. So, got to play the Chargers, man. Don't be a damn good football game, though. Good morning, sir. How you doing, sir? Got Denver at Tampa Bay. Um, Tampa Bay is -6 favorites at home. I think that's going to be a damn good football game. Um, can't wait to see how that thing plays out. Got Carolina at Vegas. They got Vegas -6. That's going to be a damn good game. Um, Vegas is coming off a very heartfelt win in Baltimore last week. So let's see if Coach Pierce can get his troops to build off of that, rally behind Gardner Minshew. They need to get the run game going because they can't expect Gardner to bail them out every week. But they got them favored by -6. Baltimore looking for his first victory, and it's not going to come easy. Um, they got the Cowboys, and they actually got Baltimore favored by 1. Uh, I don't see how Dallas will lose 2 games in a row in the Big Ten. It's going to be a tough task, though, because Lamar Jackson, Coach John Harbaugh will come in there well coached, and then coming in there to win and not coming in there to just play games. Um, Our Monday night games, we got Jacksonville at Buffalo. They got Buffalo -5, which is basically a touchdown. I don't know what's going on with Trevor Lawrence. He, got paid and ain't been performing. Um, so let's see how they can turn some things around down there in Jacksonville. Then you got Washington at Cincinnati. Cincinnati is favored by 7. I think they're going to take care of the Commanders. And, hey, Larry, can you turn on the lights on both doors for me?
Okay.
We got Washington at Cincy. I think Joe Burrow gonna get his first dub tomorrow. Um, they're a very good football team. It's just been unfortunate here these past few weeks to come out in the win column, but playing the Commanders would be a good way to get right and get it tight. Major League Baseball, man, we're down. Um, we at the final stretch. We at the final push with Major League Baseball, man. These guys have um, played a very strenuous 5.5 months of baseball. Um, after this week, after this weekend, they will only have about um, 5, 6 games left. Um, it's been such a pleasure to watch um, high level baseball from superb athletes. Um, Big special shout out, man, to Mr. Thone, who I think locked up the National League MVP race just the other night. Dude had 10 RBIs, 6 for 6, stole 2, 3 bags, and went over 50 home. But the shit that stands out to me is he had 10 RBIs, bro. 10 RBIs in one game, 6 for 6 at the plate. That's absurd. That's absurd. And this is the guy that was in the media the entire summer. I'm talking about the money the Dodgers gave him. $70 million man per year. And you can go out and and perform like that in a ball game. Sounds like to me he deserved every fucking penny that that's coming his way. Whether they paying him so much now or he's gonna get most of it on the back end, don't matter, man. But Thone is the real deal. I know the Angels fans, the Angels front office. I know it's hurting their soul how they fumbled um, a prize possession of that magnitude. And by the looks of it, they about to lose Mr. Mike Travis. But this is a narrative that I seen coming months ago, years ago. Um, when they couldn't get it done, when Pujols was in the mix with them, I knew there's some psychological stuff going on with them in the front office. I don't know if it's because they know they were little brother to the Dodgers as far as the city of Los Angeles. But y'all need to get it together because y'all been really real life wasting some generational talent. And to see these guys go other places and succeed, I know it's some gut wrenching um, energy to sit there and just consume. So hope and pray y'all can get it together, man. But American League East, we got the New York Yankees. They've already clinched a playoff spot. Mr. Aaron Boone, you know what you have to do. I think they may be like 1 or 2 games away from locking up the division. Baltimore on the back end have been sliding a little bit lately. I don't know if the youth that's been powering them for the last couple of seasons have lost their confidence, lost their mojo, but they have not been playing Baltimore Orioles baseball here this last month. They've been losing games they should be winning. Um, but they still in the top spot as far as the wild card in the American League East. In the American League, they got Kansas City by like 4 or 5 games. When we talk about wild card, we got Baltimore, KC, and Minnesota. respectfully holding things down in the American League. And in the National League, we got San Diego, Arizona, and the Mets. The Mets the past month probably been the hottest club. They've been playing complete baseball finally. Um, the money they've been spending is finally shaping out. So I know the people down there in Queens, they're ecstatic. If they can finish strong, they have a chance of possibly playing some postseason baseball this year. And I know that's what all the New Yorkers want. They want to see the Mets in the playoffs. They want to see the Yankees in the playoffs. Point blank. American League Central, man. Big shout out to the Cleveland Indians. They have clinched the playoff berth. American League West, Houston and Seattle, they still ain't figured it out yet. Seattle is still fighting for a wild card spot. They're only a few games behind Minnesota. So it's now or never for the Seattle Mariners. They made a lot of big acquisitions at the trade deadline, and it's time to see all of that, pay off for them. So big special shout out, man, to the Mariners. It's now or never for y'all. National League, Philadelphia Phillies, they clinched a spot last night. Put a good spanking on the Mets yesterday. Mets had been putting it to them the previous few days. But they got back in the win column yesterday and clinched a spot in the playoffs. So big special shout out to the Phillies, man. This is 3 years in a row that you guys have been playing superb baseball. And it's going to be very interesting to see how things shape out here in the postseason for you guys. NL Central, the only team that has clinched the playoff berth and clinched their division, Milwaukee Brewers. They jumped out to a mega lead. Um, the Cubs, the Cardinals really stay close to them all year long. So they are the only team with 8-9 games left that have locked up their division and secured their spot in the postseason. So big shout out to the Milwaukee Brewers, man. And last but not least, man, we got NL West. NL West, of course, we already know Dodger Blue is still at the top of things. Um, Actually, they are the top team in all of baseball. Um, they have the highest payroll in all of baseball. If it's not the highest, it's right there with the Yankees and things of that nature. But they right where they want to be. But they can't sleep on them Padres. The Padres are right on their helmet, and they have one more series before the season is over with those Padres, which could really dictate who's going to win that division. So I know those Flyers have their eyes on something bigger than just a wild card spot. Um, they they real life have given the city of San Diego something to feel really really good about, and I'm just excited to see how everything plays out for us the long haul for these Padres, man. So big special shout out to the Padres and the season that you guys have had, but it's now or never. It's now or never. So you guys gotta keep winning, stay within distance of the Dodgers, and you already know what you have to do that last series you play them. You got to take that series if you want to take this division. So that's pretty much our recap on the baseball season so far. Um, I think in American League, Mr. Judge got the American League MVP sold up. Um, we thought he was going to get close to 70 homers this year, but he didn't. He took a big slump, and it's crazy because he had a tornado down there by 15 home runs one time. And you telling me a tornado caught him, and down there leading the whole league in homers right now. So good thing that he left the American League because Judge, you would have got snubbed of the MVP again this year because Otone is the real deal. I'm sorry, real deal Holyfield, and that's no cappers. Um, been such a pleasure to watch that kid play baseball this season. But that's pretty much our sports segment, guys, of episode 50 today, part one. Um, we got part two coming Monday AM. I got a special guest that I want to bring on and talk about what fatherhood means to him, where we at um, currently in hip hop. Hey, Larry, call break. Um, there and there. Um, I just feel like, you know, where we at currently with hip hop and life and sports and just everything. I got a special guest that's coming on with us on Monday, and we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna chop it up, and we're gonna put some motivation and some love and some inspiration out here into the atmosphere. But thank you to the subscribers. Thank you to my YouTube family for giving Little Old Pro Lift this opportunity, giving me this platform. And like I promised, man, we're gonna stay consistent. We're gonna stay top of the morning. We're gonna stay consistent. We're gonna stay on gas. And we're gonna keep giving people what they need, and what they want. And that's good energy, good vibration. Uh, but until Monday, I'm check back in with y'all Monday. And like I always be stressing. Good morning, Mr. Lewis. Um, let's keep God first in everything we doing. Let's believe in what we're praying for. Let's let's be kind. Let's work hard for everything we want. And let's keep loving on these kids, man. Um, my heart also goes out to the family out there in Columbus, Georgia. All right, Mr. Anthony. Teenage kid was shot getting off the school bus a couple of days ago. Died. I don't know what that situation was really like, but it just sucks that you have kids that can't just go to school and learn and lecture with their peers. And we have to feel the fact that kids don't even make it home safe these days. Because we live in such a wicked world where gun violence is just such a disgusting thing, man. So, your cousin. Um, so, I just want to say thank you guys to all the subscribers. Thank you to YouTube family for giving Little Pro Lift this opportunity. And I'm just thankful that I'm in the number one more time, and I got the opportunity to get online and just speak on things that I love, speak on things that mean a lot to me. And I just hope and pray that um, these episodes, these lives, can inspire, can motivate, and give somebody some type of sense of joy, somebody some type of sense of hope. Um, I know there's a lot of good information inside these episodes, but I know a lot of people don't have the patience to just sit down and listen, take 50 minutes of their day to tap into some shit as well. But the work got to be done. This is what I signed up for. Um, I'm not going to shortchange nobody. If it takes me 45 minutes some episode, that's what it is. If it takes me an hour some episode, that's what it is. It always goes back to like the content that we know we need to cover. And I'm just blessed and I'm thankful and grateful that I get these opportunities, man. To just get online and do what I love to do. But until then, guys, I'll be back with y'all Monday with part two of episode 50. Um, hmm. Yeah, guys, 50 episodes in, and it's only going up from here. Come November, we will be doing 2 episodes per month, and 2 episodes per week. So that will boost us up to 8 episodes a month coming November instead of just the 4. And we're gonna keep growing up with this thing, man. As long as God keep giving me life, health, and strength, and courage, and information, um, we're gonna keep putting it out here to the airways, man. But until the end, guys, te amo más, mucho, mucho, mucho. Y'all stay blessed, safe out here. Y'all keep God first in everything y'all doing, and let's focus on love. Let's focus on kindness. You know what I'm saying? It don't take a dime to be kind. Right there. It don't take a dime to be kind, guys. Let that be our focus. Until then, man, I'll tap back in with y'all. Fatherhood, Hip Hop, and Sports, episode 50, part 1. It's been a blessing.